Y'all, it has been a time before I've watched episode 12 of Word of Honor. Hey, it's Romania Black, and oh my God, what a whirlwind these last few weeks have been. So, I watched episode 12 like maybe 4 days before I left on my trip with my team that I coach. I wanted to make sure I had it ready and had plenty of time to get ready for my trip and everything. So that was that, like Monday of that week. And then I had that week, and then we left on a Saturday. And then I was gone for an entire week with my team, which we did really good. It was great. We had a great nationals. It was awesome. And then at the tail end of that week, right before we were supposed to come back, if you've ever been to a hotel or a convention or something for a long period of time, you're just around all these germs and just different people and different environments. And so I caught the hotel crud. That Saturday we were coming back. We were there for 8 days, and on the last tail end of us being there, I started to get this crud, and I was like, crap. Well, maybe it'll be out of my system by the time I get home. Nope. So from Tuesday that we got back, when I was going to record this episode, up until today, which is Saturday, I'm just now getting my voice back where I can talk normally again. I'm at that weird point of having a cold where you've had all this drainage, and so your throat is insanely dry, like dry to the point where you cough, like this dry cough, and it's just annoying. So I have like vitamin C enriched water right here, ready to go, that I'm going to be nursing on the entire time. And it's been almost 3 weeks since I've seen episode 12. And I'm sorry if I sound a little bit under the weather. I wanted to wait longer, but I'm going feral. I'm like a cocaine addict. It's just like, I need Winkeshing and Joji Shu. I'm just like, I need it. So I'm sorry. I have to watch episode 13. It's just going to be a thing. And then I'll probably take a week off before I watch episode 14. And that's just the way it's going to be. So I'm going insane, basically waiting for this episode. Let me tell you. And I've rewatched episode 12 like 3 times. So but I've got a lot of comments to talk about with episodes 8 through 12 that I've caught up with while I was away. So thank you all for commenting. Thank you for being so nice. Thank you for indulging in my fangirling and feralness. It's probably going to be here today. Now, Be Happy did say there were no altered lines for episode 13, so that's good, I suppose. But yeah, so let's dive into these comments, shall we? XXYZ for episode 8 says, I could be wrong, but I don't think Winkeshing meant to be rude by refusing to call Han Ying by his name. I read it more of him not wanting to overstep his boundaries, since Joji Shu trusted him with something big here, so he might have felt like calling him Han Ying would be too much. Although, calling him little officer does sound a little condescending. I think it's both. I like that idea. He was trying to respect Joji Shu and his boundaries with his subordinate, but at the same time, I'm like, he also was getting a little dig in, so it's like, how you do. Then O'Neill Hugh 7119 with episode 9 says, I just realized that when Winkeshing came bursting into the room, the reason why Zhou had a late response to him was because he could not hear him. In the previous scene, when the nails were acting up, you could see Zhou touching his ear, almost as if he was losing his hearing. Now I'm on the floor crying. So yeah, there's like these little subtle digs that Zhou is losing his senses, and I don't like that. When Winkeshing finds out about the nails, it's over. I'm gonna be a puddle. I'm just gonna just collapse into the floor like a damn like a snowman melting in July. That's what it's gonna be like. I'm not looking forward to it. Now Pancake for episode 10 had a pretty long comment. They said Winkeshing, who is becoming more human around Joji Shu, now gets seen as crazy in Joji Shu's eyes in episode 10. Meanwhile, Joji Shu, who's been slowly learning to hate himself less when he's with Winkeshing, gets a harsh reminder from him about exactly why he hates himself and why he's punishing himself in the first place. They both make each other better, but at the same time, they can pull each other right back into their worst habits. Truly chef kiss level of angst. Well, you know how we solve that angst? They got to grow together. That's just what we got to do, right? So that's what we're going to do. It's going to be great. Lu Taichong is the third brother. He's the one that died and left his disciples the glazed armor to AUDACITY. He barely gets mentioned, so it's totally fair if you don't remember him. I didn't on my first watch either. Okay, yeah, I keep forgetting what his name is, so it's Lu Taichong is the brother that died off screen that we know nothing about. That's fair. He's the third brother. That makes more sense. As for the ghoul who licked his lips, a lot of people were commenting about this, but Pancake kind of beat y'all to it, so as for the ghoul who licked his lips when he saw the white changeling ghost's corpse, that's Ghoul. They just called him the name back in episode 7. Remember when Guzhong freaked Xiao Weining by talking about a ghoul that eats people? Yeah, the name she mentioned is his name. It would have been clearer if they just translated it literally. Ji, she to feed and eat on, and she, corpse body remains, and Jui, ghost. So basically the corpse eating ghost. Okay, I wish they'd called him the corpse eating ghost, the one that was licking his lips, because I keep thinking when they said ghoul, I think of ghoul as a general term, because like Guzhong translated as calling Zhou Shu like sick ghoul. So that was confusing me a little bit. So that makes more sense now. The corpse eating ghost. I kind of like corpse eating ghost. It's kind of creepy. It's more creepy than just ghoul. Ghoul makes him sound like a minion. Corpse eating ghost makes him sound kind of on the same level as like the alluring ghost and the others. So good to know. Something I found interesting about the changing ghost or the impermanence ghost, you know by now that the Ghost Valley ghosts aren't actually ghosts, but this one is inspired by two deities in Chinese folk religion, Hai Bei Wu Chang or Hak Bak Mo Seong, and the black and white impermanence. They're two deities who guide souls to the underworld. Sometimes they get merged into one figure called Wu Cheng Gui, the impermanence ghost. Depending on who he meets, he can either be a lucky spirit who rewards good deeds, or a terrifying one who punishes evil. I kind of like that. Sort of like heaven and hell in one deity of the underworld. I kind of like, are you going to get rewarded or are you going to get punished? I kind of like that. That's really cool. The show clearly took inspiration from this, but did a little remix. They didn't just go with one impermanence ghost or the usual black and white duo. Instead, they made the black and white duo figures his subordinates. So I kind of like that. I think that's really cool. Well, the white one that's the good deed one got killed. So how about that? What do we do with that? Uh-oh. Did Wen Keshing destroy his good luck? Was it a symbolism that Wen Keshing destroyed his good luck by killing that impermanence ghost? I don't know. I guess we'll find out if Wen Keshing did something bad. We'll see, but the symbolism is definitely there, so that'll be interesting. Anime Annie said for episode 10, true soulmates both get completely trolleyed in response to breaking up. Though, while Zhou Jishu drinks alone and plain jugs of wine, Wen Keshing surrounds himself in finery and pays for company. The two different ways these two commiserate, right? Yo Sel Cresunt for episode 10 says, I don't know if you noticed, but when Wen Keshing was drinking with the girls, he was using Zhou Jishu's wallet. I love that when Keshing was just like, I'll just drink my troubles away with my boyfriend's money. Love that. Love it. And then Daya in 1997 says for episode 10, when Keshing in a previous episode washes his hands with disgust after getting a little blood on them. In this episode, he sits in an open grave he dug with his bare hands, dirt under his fingernails, muddy and almost lost in catonic grief. Immediately after, you see the all the, oh, I'm a scary ghost king and I'll kill you and you and you and you. But I really believe we saw what his actual heart is like digging in the grave. That's a really, really good comparison. I like the call back to the blood scene because he was just like, ew, blood. And here he was just completely bearing his soul and digging the grave with his bare hands. Like, I wonder if digging the grave with the sword is symbolism. Like even when they're trying to do a gentle and mournful act, he uses a weapon meant for killing for it. That's such a good note. Yes, that symbolism is amazing. I love that. Yes, absolutely. Love, 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 love. And then finally, Be Happy says, it's peak healthy communication in a relationship, even if our main characters are far from normal, healthy individuals. Yes, I like that this series, even though our two main characters are murder husbands, they really are, that they are trying to take steps to be good communicators. Like they are trying to do their best to have healthy communication between the two of them. I love that. I think that's amazing. I am 100% here for it. So yay. So good for them. Good for these two. I'm so excited for them. But yeah, so that's the commentary. Thank you all for sticking around and listening to that with me. I'm super excited. I got my tissue here if I need it. But I sorry if I do cough a little bit. Like I said, I feel a million times better than I did earlier in this week, but I do just have just a little bit of junk left, just a dry cough. It's annoying, but I was like, I didn't feel like just sitting on my hands when I really, really, really wanted to watch this episode. And it's like, trying to find that balance, so I appreciate it. But we've talked for 10 minutes. We're not going to waste any more time. We're going to start at a minute 47 because we have to skip the OP. You know how that goes. I hadn't forgotten that. But we're going to start at a minute 47, and we're going to give this episode a look here in 3, 2, 1. And I'll see you all on the other side. All right. Okay. Oh, girl. Oh, we're just going to cut right out. Oh, we're going to cut right out of this? What? She's like, let's not talk about it. We're not even to worry about it. Oh. When Keshing's like, but he's an idiot. I mean, he does. Suits her. Ah! Oh my God. So she's like, how can we get it on when they're around? I mean, he's a doting dad. He's like, let me dote on my child. Oh. Here we go. Oh. He's like, if those words were true and you're really talking about me being soulmates, then... But... Oh! Oh, you flirt! Oh, you flirt! Oh, you tease! That's so mean. When Keshing's like, why would you say that to me? Why would you make me do that? Oh, what's love got to do with it? He's like, I'm feeling emotional. Let me express my feels, Guzhong. Oh, he's all in on the narrative. He's all in on the narrative. Oh. Oh. That is true. Oh. Sao Wei-ning worrying about him. I love Sao Wei-ning in this. She's like, fine. I won't beat you up and let you tell me the story. He's like, let me monologue, girl. Oh. Oh, you asked that question. Oh, man. These people are all in on the one true love. Damn. They're all in on this one true love narrative. Okay. I like the Guzhong, like, acts like she's tired and doesn't want to hear that. A sword in its original scabbard? Shut up. Oh. Damn. You're not being romantic, Guzhong. Ooh. Oh. And sick, Shoshu. Oh, cute. Yeah. Lively. Oh, Sao Wei-ning. Oh, sir. Oh, sir. Oh, sir. She's like, you gonna touch this finger, sir? Oh, sweetheart. I wanted to, like, smack it. Yeah. Aww. Aww. They're so awkward, but it's so cute. Aww. I'm curious to see his sect that he's from. Come meet the family, Guzhong. Oh, nice. You're not ugly. Aww. 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 She's so cute. Aww. Oh, he's so romantic, girl. He's so romantic. No, not necessarily. Well behaved? I don't know. Well. Oh, she's like, where? Where are they? Aww. He's like, damn it. She's playing hard to get. She's like Meg from Hercules. I won't say I'm in love. Oh. Oh, girl. Come on now. Oh, I'm rooting for Sao Wei Ning now. I'm rooting for him so hard. Oh, meanwhile, the ambiance. The green light, girl. Give me the green light. The red. Oh. She is gorgeous. This atmosphere. Oh, I live for the green lighting with the red. Is she sick? Is she sick? She's like, I'll be fine if I don't get my vitamin D every day. It's okay. I just love their color coordination. She's like, I'll drink my Ovaltine on time. Don't you worry. Okay. God, they're both beautiful. Come on now. Oh, I love the camera angle twisting as well. Oh, this is amazing. Stay out of the splash zone, girl. They are gorgeous. I'm envious of their beauty. Meanwhile, this guy. Oh yeah, Huang. You didn't have to spit out your soup for him. Or, oh, he's the guy. He's the stubborn man. You. Oh, the Hua gang and the Beggars gang. Okay, now this guy believes that the Five Lakes Alliance are responsible for everything, right? Which is kind of what would align with him, so they could work together. Okay. Oh, here we go. But he thinks it's their fault, so interesting. Oh, dang. Okay. Okay, here we go. So he's figured out his son's dead. Got it. Well, that's what we'd all like to know. Yep, he thinks it was the Five Lakes Alliance. Yeah. He thinks it was Shinshin. Oh. Yeah, okay, so that was his son. Okay. Oh, okay. Ooh. But we think it was the assassins, right? We think it was them. Do you now? Oh. Yeah, say it. Right. Right. We know that. Ooh. This guy's so intense. He's so intense. I love this. We're getting some plot going. Oh, you're speaking his language. You are speaking his language. You are catering, my friend. Interesting. Damn, I mean, he did have a monologue in a mausoleum, so, you know, those usually aren't good signs. The good luck in, you say? Oh, what is this? What are we doing? You gonna become ugly again? Oh, ooh, what's this purple? What's this purple? Princess Jasmine-esque. What are we doing? He's like, why we? Yeah, what are you doing? Why? Ah! No, no, what the hell? Ah. Oh. I'll have nightmares. No, it does not look good on you. No, don't. He's like, I don't think that's possible to make yourself more handsome. Oh. Oh my God, shut up. Oh! He's like, oh my God. These two, I swear, this scene. I'm gonna disguise myself because the window of heaven will be there. Yep, true. That makes sense. Oh! Oh! Oh. 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 Yeah. Did you just not say I was handsome? Did you not just say I was handsome? Ah! Oh. Uh-huh, sure. The little pat, the little shoulder pat. Oh, you need to put those fingers somewhere else, sir. Are you? I love he's testing out all these mustaches to see which one is the best. Oh. 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 Well, he's like, I want to know. Ah! He's like, but why? Your ass is perfect. He's like, we're not going to talk about the red one. Oh my God. Oh. 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 He's like, since I'm a little bit taller than you. Hmm. Right. Correct. Or something else. That's a good point. Yeah. Oh. Oh. Oh! 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 me. I'm so here for this. Oh my God. Meanwhile, who is that girl I see staring straight back at me? Has he been disguising himself as someone else? Is this not him? Oh, what? What? Excuse me? What? Oh, bitch. That was what she went to go do? Oh my gosh. Oh. Oh. Bitch. What? So she liked him and knew a lot about him, and that's why she can imitate him. Wow, the payoff from what we just saw with him. Oh my God, girl. I mean, those scars ain't that bad, girl. You're still beautiful. Oh, girl. So she liked Jojishu's master, correct? Is that right? Who be this? Is this supposed to be Wen Keshing? Is it supposed to be who he's portraying? Or, oh, he's the Sword Immortal. Oh, okay. We've talked about the Sword Immortal. Or is this Wen Keshing playing him? Okay, so that is Wen Keshing pretending to be him, correct? Because he's sitting in the same. Okay. Oh. Uh-huh. Oh, man. Yeah, okay, that has to be him. Oh, okay. So that has to be him, right? I do like Xiaolian's yellow robes. They look very pretty. Yi Bai. Uh-huh. Okay. So that's supposed to be. Is that who he's pretending to be, I guess? I mean, he's sitting just the same way that Wen Keshing sits. That's the only reason I think that. And his mannerisms are like Gong Shoon, which is great. Oh. Oh. Okay. So bye. Bye, bitch. I'm here. Don't worry about me. Okay. Well. Oh, he looks firm and lofty, all right. Okay, so this checks. So then who is Jojishu going to pretend to be? If we are suspecting that that is the same. Oh, Changling. Oh. Ah! Oh! Look how cute he is with the little hat. Aww. 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 I liked it when Genshin convinced him not to change his face. Okay. Aww. Oh. He's like, well, I mean... He's like, Oh, well, at least you're waiting until you're like 17. So what do we do about this? Oh, I like that while he's still talking. Yeah, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Oh. Okay. Okay. Okay, so yeah, so Xiao Leon is his only child. True. Well, maybe. Possibly. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that that is. Yeah, this... I'm glad we're on the same page. Ooh. Meanwhile... What? What? Oh shit, what? What? Oh no! Oh my god, what? Holy shit, what? Okay, but the alluring ghost isn't there. So what about her? What about the tragicomic ghost? Oh shit. Uh-oh. Oh my god. Oh. Oh my god. Oh shit. A motley crew, you say, but where's the tragicomic ghost? Yeah. Oh shit. Ooh. Oh my god, with them nails. Ooh. She's like, bitch, you ain't even... Yeah. Oh my god. What? What? Oh my god. Holy shit. We're gonna sacrifice the tragicomic ghost? Meanwhile... That looks really good. Not gonna lie. Oh my god, all the food. Holy shit. Is this one caching? Or is this Yay by E? Oh! Oh, I guess they are different people. Okay. Oh, okay. Well, I have been proven wrong. Interesting. Oh my god. Okay, so they are totally different people. Do you want to make friends with him? Shoji, she's like, excuse me? Yeah. Yeah, is he just young because he's eating all the food because he has an incredible, like, he has to pour out a lot of energy to stay that young? Oh. Oh, damn. Oh, when Keshing's like, come on. Oh, with Shoji Shoes money. With Shoji Shoes money. He's like, hey, bestie. Oh, but wasn't he supposed to get rid of all the ghosts? Is he supposed to kill all the ghosts? Give me your money. Oh. Oh. Ooh. Oh, interesting. Oh my god. Oh shit. Oh. Oh, he knows that he's dying. Oh my god. Oh shit. Oh, he's just gonna dine and dash. Oh. Oh, well, When Keshing's like, what do you mean you're dying? We didn't talk about this. We didn't talk about this. Oh, why is it raining now? No, bitch, no. Oh. Who? Oh. Oh no, it is him. Oh, bitch. Oh, so she did like him. No. Ooh. Oh my god. Oh. Oh, I love this. Oh. Holy shit. I'm so here for this. Oh, I'm in love with this entire scene. Oh. I just want them to, like, go at it. Oh. 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 Oh my God. Oh. 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 Oh my God. I'm in love with everything about this. Oh. Ooh. Now it makes sense why I didn't think it was the Ghost Valley. Ooh. Hmm. I love this. Oh. 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 Bitch. Damn. She's like, I did imitate you to cause a bunch of shit, though. Oh, girl. Girl. Damn. Oh. 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 Mm. Damn. Oh, girl. Meanwhile, Truth or Dare. I want to see this whole game of Truth or Dare. Oh. 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 Yep. Here we go. Here we go. Oh. Oh my God. Oh my God. Is he going to show him? Oh my God. Oh. 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 Oh my God. Oh. Oh. Mm. Oh my God, is he gonna show him? Oh my God, he's gonna show him. Oh, come on. Oh, okay. Well, oh. Ooh. Hmm. Oh. Oh, interesting. So his name is not wrong. Okay. Ooh. Ooh. Uh-oh. Oh, he didn't like that question at all. Oh, bitch. Okay. I guessed incorrectly too, apparently. Yeah. What? Oh, shit. What? What? What is happening? Ooh. What? Oh. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Okay. Okay. Oh my God. Uh-huh. Oh. So he is a sword immortal. Okay. Oh. Mmm. Oh, do you not know this? Where you been, sir? Huh. Interesting. Huh. Okay. Okay. Yes. Uh-uh. Oh. Uh-huh. Oh my God. Yeah. Yeah. He's a wizard, Harry. No. Oh my God. Oh shit. Oh. Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, good. Okay, good. Okay. Oh my God. Okay. He's like, I don't want to show my chest off in front of you, sir. Oh my God. When Ketching's gonna be like, what are we doing? Oh, and then he shows up! Oh my God! What? Oh my God! Oh, well, shit. He's like, what are you doing? Putting a hand on my beloved. Oh no. No! Son of a bitch! Are you kidding me? No! 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 Is there just love in the air or what? Oh my God! Oh, well. That was a cruel cliffhanger. And I'm really glad that I got only to episode 12 before I went on my trip. Because if I had to wait 2.5 weeks after that cliffhanger, I would have freaked out. Nope. No. Oh, I'm glad I don't have to wait that long before watching episode 14. I will tell you that right now. I am going to wait till I get to the comments of episode 12 and 13 for Patreon and YouTube, respectively. But, yeah. So I'm double fisting. I got my water with my vitamin C. I've got tea with honey here. So, like you do. But, oh my God. There were so many different romantic subplots. And then Bai Yi comes in here, and I thought he was Wing Keqing for a hot second, but then he's not. He's just this immortal sword master who finally shows up after so many episodes where you've heard about him. So this episode had a lot of callbacks to previous things, lots of things being set up. And y'all, I didn't think we were going to get to Zhou Jishu's nails being revealed as early as we are, but I think we're about to, and it's storming outside in this show. I think things are about to get angsty again, and we just got off that, but okay, all right, we'll see where that goes next episode. But there was a lot going on this episode, so we need to talk about it. The alluring ghost, the tragicomic ghost, Sao Wei Ning and Guzhong, Chengling, there's just a lot. We need to go through it just piece by piece, chronological order. Now, of course, Guzhong is like, well, I'm being set up with Sao Wei Ning, which is not a bad thing. I think Guzhong likes Sao Wei Ning. The thing that is kind of, I think, frustrating for her is that she's just had Wing Keqing, when he was in his broody, angsty mode, was like, we are ghosts. We're not humans. This is fleeting. Eventually, these humans won't accept you because you're an outcast of the world and you're a league away from death. Like, no, you can't be with these people. So after all is said and done, with him kind of chiding her with that, here comes Zhou Jishu being like, Sao Wei Ning is just the right person for you. And she's like, this seems rather contradictory to what we're doing, which the whole first part of the episode was them talking about things being contradictory, right? So you essentially have, if I can find my stuff here, going on. So we're gonna put Guzhong's dilemma up here in the corner because it's not the biggest part of this. But I do think that she likes Sao Wei-ning, I think she likes him. She just doesn't know what to do with that. And she's like, and she's not a mushy-gushy type of girl. She's not a romantic type of girl at all. And Sao Wei-ning is, oh my God, love at first sight, true love, together forever, penguins mating for life kind of guy. And she's like, hold on now. Let's take our time with this. So I feel like our one romantic subplot is that Guzhong is being set up to be taken care of by Sao Wei-ning. Now, I think it is important at this point to make a note that Zhou Jishu does not know that Wen Kexing is the Ghost Valley chief. He does not know that, nor does he know that Guzhong is a ghost. He believed that Wen Kexing, as I did, that he was Rongzhan's son. Now, the way that he phrased his answer, I'm like, he still could be his son, but maybe illegitimately, which we'll talk about. We'll talk about that when we get to it. But Zhou Jishu does not know that they're ghosts. He does not know that they're ghost chiefs. So, by all accounts, Zhou Jishu is like, oh, well, Guzhong, she's a nice little precocious girl. When Sao Wei-ning's from a nice sect, that's a good match. They both suit each other. And of course, when Kexing has the whole, what do you mean they suit each other? You say my girl ain't pretty enough. It's like, you know how that goes. But Zhou Jishu has not figured out the whole ghost chief angle. So he doesn't know. I do appreciate that throughout most of this episode, Zhou Jishu is in good spirits and he's just like flirting and being all like, And when Kexing's the one that's like, you know, it's a good reversal from how it has been the first half of the series that we've seen so far. So I do appreciate that, but I'm like, it's just setting up for angst. But now here's the catch. When Kexing's like, so that whole thing that you said to Sao Wei-ning about you wanting to spend the rest of your days before you die with your soulmate, how much of that was true and how much of it was a lie? And of course, Zhou Jishu, rather than just being honest, like what he would like Wen Kexing to be, is like, oh, well, some of it was the truth and some of it was a lie. I'm like, you boys and your angst, you just need to be completely honest with one another, but we're still not quite capable of that yet. We're still working on it. I was just like, ugh. So, yeah. So, of course, Wen Kexing, here's the thing. I don't think that Zhou Jishu fully realizes how much Lao Wen loves him. I think that he values him as a friend and potential soulmate, but I don't think he knows the extent of how much Wen Kexing loves him. I don't think that has sunk into him yet, and he does not understand. And so I'm like, meanwhile, I don't think that Wen Kexing realizes that Zhou Jishu truly, truly, truly loves him. These two bakas, they both love each other, but they're just baka enough that they can't fully admit it to each other. And we're sitting over here as the audience being like, just kiss, make out, get it over with, figure it out. And it's just, that's the nature of the game, but still. But yeah, one thing that I really like is that they both talk about how they contradict each other. I kept thinking of, there's a series called Bloom Into You. It's a Yuri with these two women that love each other. But one of the characters, she constantly contradicts herself. And at one point, the character that she loves, that loves her back, she's like, the girl that contradicts herself says, I know I contradict myself and that might be a problem. But the other girl says, no, that's fine. People do that all the time. It's okay if you contradict yourself. I still love you regardless. And I get that mentality from watching them, that they're like, we're both assassins. We both have been murderers. Zhou Jishu doesn't necessarily know that the extent of the murderous nature that Wen Kexing has, but he's like, we both had sins and we both are atoning for them, but we can still be nice people regardless of our pasts. And I'm like, So we'll see where that goes. But yeah, I'm just like, I don't know. I feel like the big trial is going to be, one, when Zhou Jishu figures out that Wen Kexing is the leader of the ghosts. That's going to be a big thing. And then two, when Wen Kexing figures out about the nails. Because he was really close to finding out in this episode. And I was like, because Wen Kexing's going to be like, oh God, what do we do? Now, Yi Bai has supposedly a way to cure it, but it could kill him in the process. So it's like, It's, of course, none of this can be, we can't just have nice, straightforward answers. Of course not. No. We're only on episode 13. So yeah. So yeah, when Keshing just wants to know, like, are you, would you want to travel the world with me? Do you consider me a soulmate? What's the truth? What's the lie? And we don't get a straight answer from Zhou Jishu in that moment. And it's like, meanwhile, Sao Weining is like a little puppy in love. He is talking about first loves. He's talking about love at first sight. He's like, I've not been around a lot of people other than my bros, and we just talk about lots of romantic things. Like, Sao Weining is just head over heels for Guzhong, and Guzhong is like trying to wrestle with this fact of her being a ghost. And oddly enough, there's kind of a parallel between Sao Weining and Guzhong, and then Fang and the alluring ghost, Shou later on. Like, there's a little bit of a parallel between them because you have two men who are in love with women that are ghosts. And although, obviously, the alluring ghost and Fang have a lot darker, deeper history than Guzhong and Sao Weining, but there's still this idea between the alluring ghost and Guzhong of, I gave up my body to become a ghost and become like this person, and I gave up my humanity to become it, and you're trying to tempt me back to that humanity that I've let go, and is it possible for me to do that? And the alluring ghost believes that it's not possible. It's too late. There's been too much happening on both sides for that to be a thing. But with Guzhong, it might not be too late. For Guzhong, this might be a way for her to regain her humanity by being with Sao Weining, because he loves her, right? And believes she's the one. So it's interesting to see, like, history kind of paralleling itself. And obviously we want Guzhong and Sao Weining to end up together because they seem to be like made for each other. So we'll see where that goes. But I kind of like that parallel. I think it's interesting. But yeah. And so Sao Weining kind of hits it on the head, inadvertently being like, well, Master Zhou says he's severely ill, which is true. And he's like, when Master Wen loses his soulmate, what will that do to him? And Guzhong, is over here going, well, we've kind of seen how he gets when he's not with Zhao Jishu. So that seems like it might be a problem. So I don't know. It feels like very subtle foreshadowing of Sao Weining kind of getting to the heart of the matter of, if they love each other, what happens if one of them dies? And I'm like, could go off the rails quite easily. So yeah. And Guzhong's like, well, why are you worrying about him? He can't pour all of his hope into one sickly person. Like, he can't just rely. And then I like the Sao Weining's like, no. He's like, if that's his soulmate and that's who he loves, he absolutely can do that. And Sao Weining is so romantic. Like, he's just a romantic golden retriever. And he tells Guzhong about all of, like, just this, like, first love and love at first sight and finding your true love, and how this one person was a bachelor all of his life because he hadn't found true love yet. And she's just like, he's just a hardcore romantic, And then they have the story about the sword and the scabbard, which, about the one thing fitting in a hole, which can apply to couples of any sexuality. So it's like, And I do like that Guzhong is like, well, it's just a scabbard. If you lose one, you can find someone to make another one for you. You can customize it, right? And he's like, well, those are swords, but that's not people. Like, sometimes you only have one person that truly fits you. And it's like, so I like that Guzhong kind of comes at it from a realistic perspective and Sao Weining's from a romantic perspective. But I'm like, it very much, we see a lot of discussion in this episode of the swords fitting the scabbards. And it's like, and it seems fitting that we would have this discussion of the sword and the scabbard when the immortal sword master who makes the sword and scabbards comes into appearance in this episode. So I was like, okay, all right. That seems like an interesting conversation to have. And so Guzhong says that she grew up with Wen Keshing since her childhood, but she's never seen him so lively. And for a hot second, we were about to have this little romantic moment between Sao Weining and her, and I thought she was going to bat his hand away, and she's like, no. She's very much like, come hither, very much like, playing hard to get. But I hope that they have a romantic moment by the end of this series because I think they deserve it. I really do. I think that they're good for each other. I ship them a lot. I hope they have a nice little romantic moment or even a hug, even a holding hands or a hug. I'm here for it. I don't know how Chinese censorship does with kissing because I'll be honest, the alluring ghost scene, I wanted them to go at it. I really did. But no, we don't get that. I was like, how romantic can Chinese dramas be? How can they show kissing? I mean, they were a heterosexual couple. Can they not kiss? Is that the Chinese people don't want to see that? I was like, I was waiting for them to go at it in the rain. I was rooting for it. So we hear that Sao Wei-ning's family is going to come and he wants her to meet them. I like that he rephrases it. He's like, no, I would like them to meet you. I'm like, girl, he is perfect. He's like, I don't want you to meet them. I want them to meet you. Like, he puts her on a pedestal. He's like, I want them to see how great you are and how beautiful and amazing you are. And I'm like, girl, just settle down with this man. He puts you on a pedestal and treats you like a queen. Go for it. And he's into all of your eccentricities. Like, girl, go for it. He lets you protect him. I'm like, girl, he seems pretty perfect. I let him go. And she's like, I'm going to play hard to get for just a little while longer. Poor dude. So yeah, and she's like, I'm just learning how to be a human. I'm not catching feels. She's like Meg off Hercules. She's like, I won't say I'm in love. I'm just protecting Changling, even though I've not been by him this entire episode. And I'm just pretending to learn how to be a human. And this is fine. I'm not catching feels. I'm not in love with him. I'm like, girl, you are in denial. What sword and scabbard? So, okay. We get the one scene with the tragic comic ghost, which I can't believe she's been kidnapped. Oh my God, that's a thing. That she's like, my white hair streams for thousands of miles, stretching just as long as my sorrowful worries. Let me say that they do so much with so little. Like, the ambiance of the green lights against the red clothing is beautiful. The way the camera angle tilts, like, they just make the ambiance of the Ghost Valley look so good. I love it. I love it so much. And so basically we find out the alluring ghost was doing two things while she was gone. She went to go do the whole thing with the beggar gang. Amazing. And she went to see the actual the actual Fang. So there was that. But while she was gone off doing that, Gao Chong came in with his people with the 5 lakes and kidnapped the tragic comic ghost to take her hostage, to make her a sacrifice at the Heroes Conference, which will surely all come to a head with Wing Keshing and everything. Can't imagine how it couldn't. And basically killed all the other 47 ghost disciples that were there and made a mess of things. So lots of stuff going down. I don't like where that's headed, but we'll see. But yeah, basically, so the tragic comic ghost too also needs to take medicine because she's ill. The fact that she's been taken hostage and doesn't have anybody to give her medicine is worrying. I don't like where that's headed. So essentially, we have the idea that the tragic comic ghost, which we'll put up there, has been taken hostage and does not have her meds. Grammy, Meemaw needs her meds, and this is a problem. So how we gonna remedy that? I don't know. But I do worry about it. Meanwhile, we immediately get Fang showing up. Now, I'm assuming that this Fang is the one that was being portrayed by the alluring ghost. I'm assuming that we had a lot of discussion this episode about disguises and about people playing people. And so we had literally had a discussion between Zhou Jishu and Wing Keshing about the usage of disguise. I like that we had it after this scene because that way it wasn't as obvious and you're like, oh, she was portraying him. And that's what they were talking about. But yeah, they're like, why are you here so early in the morning? She's like, I'm here to bring you some gifts. And the way that he talks and acts is kind of like the alluring ghost in here. So it kind of makes sense. I love it. But basically, yeah, Yu Qifeng, okay, was blindsided. And so basically, the alluring ghost, as him, gets the beggar gang riled up to thinking that it was the 5 Lakes Alliance that killed his son, which we know now is a lie, and that now the beggar gang is going to get the Hua sect involved to go after the Five Lakes Alliance at the conference. Basically, it's just stirring up all this chaos that's going to go down at this Heroes Conference. It's been building up this entire series, and everything's going to go down and get crazy. But everything the Alluring Ghost says as you is basically everything the Beggar Gang man wanted to hear. He wanted to hear everything she was telling him and setting it all up. So it was just organizing this alliance that we've kind of predicted was going to happen, but she's escalating it to happening first. So very interesting to get this group against the Five Lakes Alliance as they're getting against the Ghost Valley. The twisted web of alliances and loyalties in this series is crazy. But the Beggar Gang man was already kind of considering that Gao Chong's end was coming, which having all of the flashbacks with Gao Chong and having him doing his monologue in the mausoleum, I was like, those are kind of red flag moments. So, which honestly, that kind of ties to answering the question that Zhou Jishu had about Changling, because if Gao Chong sees some of the writing on the wall that he's in danger, then he might be trying to set things up for if shit goes down and he gets killed, what's going to happen? Because we find out he only has one child. Zhao Lian is his only daughter. Like, that's all he's got. So, with Zhao Lian, if he's setting her up with Changling, he's like, look, that's a Mirror Lake Alliance. They're friends of the family. They're, it's got huge tracts of land. Like, he's setting her up with an alliance that has some kind of prosperity or future to it, rather than just leaving her by herself to possibly get kidnapped or taken by someone else. She's like, Changling's a brave man. He's a good kid, which he's not wrong. He's like, you get married to him instead of old man in a coma over here, Duan Khan. So, but we'll see how all that shakes down. But I think kind of with that being the case, that might be the reason why. So we have this mask and all these mustaches and all this makeup equipment. Like Zhou Jishu has got like a full-scale makeup artistry thing going on, which, let it be known, I don't like seeing Zhou Jishu with the mustache. It looks too like 70s porn star. I'm like, no, your face is too beautiful and smooth to worry about that. No. Mm-mm. And they call it manly. I'm like, you don't need that. But then he talks about when Keshing getting a disguise, and that's what made me think that possibly when Keshing was posing as Yi Bai, but no, Ye Bai, but that's not exactly what happened. But their whole banter in this makeup scene, and them just getting handsy and going around each other, and just the outward flirting, I'm like, shut up. All of you just stop. It's too good. The flirting was just adorable throughout this entirety of it. And they both kind of just, basically this whole scene is for them to admit that they both think each other is handsome. And them to have a reason to touch each other, which I will not turn down at all. No. So yeah, so they both, which it kind of alludes to the fact that both of them are admitting that this is their true form. When Keshing's like, this is how I look all the time. This is how you look all the time. We shouldn't have to like put up masks in front of each other. It's kind of like alluding to a little bit of symbolism of we don't need to hide things from one another anymore, which during the Truth or Dare scene kind of comes to a head. But I also like when Keshing wearing the purple robes, which is interesting. He's wearing robes kind of like Guzhong, which is cool. So, but he has the red and white, like, Ghost Chief underneath. So I'm like, what are these purple robes signifying? What are we getting closer to revealing about ourselves? And so, I mean, Zhou Jishu does make up a pretty good point. He's like, the window of heaven knows what I look like. They know I'm around. And we've basically shown our faces to everybody in the Five Lakes Alliance. So if we're going to do any sneaking around, we probably need to disguise each other, because otherwise we're going to be real obvious and conspicuous when we show up at the Heroes Conference, and they're going to be like, oh, look, it's so-and-so. So he's like, maybe hiding ourselves and our appearance is a good idea. And when Keshing's like, well, he's like, I don't know about that. But I do like when Keshing being like, you just admitted I'm good looking, didn't you? And so he's like, well, no need to worry. He's like, now you're not playing the role of philanthropist when you've decided to portray my troublesome forefather. And he's like, when have I ever pretended anything? I'm a kind-hearted man to begin with. So yeah, so he basically asks Zhou Jishu to teach him how to change the structure of his face and to teach him about transformation cultivation. And Zhou Jishu's like, well, if you kneel down to me and kowtow 3 times, I guess I'll teach you how to do it. And I was like, is this a veiled blowjob reference? Is this like you basically saying like kneel down before me? And I was like, I'm not going to tell him not to. I also like, though, that in this position, when Keshing is down, sitting down, and Zhou Jishu stands up and he looks taller, but then when Keshing stands up and he's just a little bit taller than Zhou Jishu, and it's like, oh, the height difference. The height difference. I love it. And he's like, oh, I don't need you to teach me anything. But he's like, could your transformation skills really turn you into someone else? Now, one important thing to remember is that Zhou Jishu's master, which is the Chin Man that was called a brat by the Sword Immortal, like our Yoda figure that's appeared in this story, he knew the master of disguise, so he knew how to disguise oneself, which he passed on to Zhou Jishu, but he also passed those skills on to the Alluring Ghost. So the Alluring Ghost, he taught the skills to disguise oneself to both of them, which is how she knows the same man that's the master to Zhou Jishu. So he's like, it's not hard to imitate a person's appearance and voice, but you need to have intimately known them for a long time, because otherwise you either need to be good enough to convince everybody, or you need to find people that didn't know that person good enough that could be easily fooled. Now, do I think that the two of them knowing each other so well by the end of this series, could they both imitate each other at some point and be like a big plot twist? Maybe, but I don't know. I don't know how that would work. We'll see. It feels like this entire scene is setting up a lot, but we only get a little bit of payoff with the Alluring Ghost. So we'll see how that goes. And I love the hair thing where he's like, I don't know if you could imitate someone like me. He's like, I don't know if you'd be good enough to do that. And then when Keshing's like, oh, are you sure? I'm like, oh, these two and imitating each other. Oh my God. So then I can't believe I did the Mulan reflection song and it turned out to be the Alluring Ghost. I was like, what a great moment. But yeah, so it was the Alluring Ghost pretending to be you. Now, the crazy thing was that we get a reveal of how she ended up disfigured, and it was his wife. She fell in love with him, and the wife found out and had her disfigured and shamed in the streets. But he actually loved her. But he couldn't abandon his wife because she'd given him a son. And so he chose to be a doting dad for this woman he didn't love as much as the Alluring Ghost, and the Alluring Ghost he thought died. I was just like, I'm like, his wife and son are gone now. Just be able to rekindle your love for this woman. But what I love about the Alluring Ghost in the rain moment is that she wants him and he wants her. But she also realizes that their past is over and she's already kind of screwed him over by imitating him. That's why she was so upset about it, because now it makes sense. She was upset that when Keshing told her to imitate him to go through with this plan, because she's like, but I love him. And he's like, well, you're no longer Chow Chow, you're a ghost. So this is what you got to do. Sorry. I was like, oh my God, that's why. And so now she can't be with him because she's like, I've screwed you over and put you in danger. So what right do I have to be with you? And it's just like ultimate angst. But I just wanted him to grab her and kiss her. And I was like, ugh. Because I knew she wanted it too. Damn, this show, it just got me. Because yeah, we have the flashback. And at first I didn't realize it was him. And she's like, well, but Chief, in this case, I'm going to let you take a good look at him, die early and revive early. He's like, this is just the way it has to be because we're ghosts. And she's like, I've forgotten nothing. And I remember everything about you so vividly. Ugh. I've lived through 2 lives, but I can't reduce my yearning. Oh my God, I love it. So we have this man show up, which at first I thought was when Ketching posing as him, because he was sitting in the very same cocky pose, but he's literally Yoda of this world. He's a sword immortal. I feel like he's eating all the food to keep up his youthful appearance. He burns through a lot of energy maintaining his youthful vigor. But he basically shows up saying, "You've summoned me." He's like, "Where's the sword immortal?" And he's like, "He's this young master. He just, he looks young." He's like, "I'm giving back your token of honor." So yeah, and they kind of find it hard to believe he's a sword immortal because he looks really young. But yay, bye ye. "Yep, what are you doing now?" And he says, "Well, the sword immortal swore with the first generation that once the Ghost Valley brings harm to the martial arts world, the person with the token can invite the sword immortal to come out of his mountain and demolish the ghosts and wipe out the Ghost Valley." So I think that's why Gao Chong feels like he has the motivation to go and take on the tragic comic ghost, because once the sword immortal showed up, he's like, it's a sign that everything's good to go. It's the all clear to go attack. So the sword immortal, who I don't know if he realizes Wing Keshing is the leader of the ghosts or if he's going to out him to Zhou Jishu, because he seems like he's perfectly fine with outing information that has been kept hidden so far in this series. But the sword immortal, as far as we know, has been charged originally with destroying the Ghost Valley. So he comes out of his mountain to realize that many years have passed and the young brat that gave the sword to Zhou Jishu has passed and all that fun stuff. But my question is, since he owes Zhou Jishu, is that going to be healing him? Or if Zhou Jishu finds out that when Keshing is the ghost chief, because Zhou Jishu is self-sacrificing, as we all know he is he going to be like, no, don't heal me. I'm too far gone. Instead, I want you to save Wen Keshing and don't let him die. I don't know, but I could see that happening. I could see Zhou Jishu saying, "I don't want you to use your favor to me to help me," because Zhou Jishu is too self-sacrificing. He's like, if you've been charged with killing the Ghost Valley, spare Wen Keshing. And I don't know if that's going to happen or not, but I could see that being a thing. So I guess we'll see if that goes down. And he's like, well, we could discuss ways of just demolishing the Ghost Valley together. We could do that. And he's like, he doesn't seem like he wants to destroy the Ghost Valley. He doesn't want to uphold that pact from long ago. He's like, no one promised you that we'd attend that conference or whatever. The day the token is reunited is the end of Mount Qingya. So when we are done wasting your words, I will keep his promise and help the person holding the token to wipe out the Ghost Valley. So he says he's going to help him wipe it all out, but the question remains on if he's actually going to hold true to that and kill Wen Keshing or not. There's so many people at play in this story. We have the Sword Immortal. I mean, if we look at it this way, oh my God, it's just like, there's so many players in all of this. So we have now the Sword Immortal, who has ties to Zhou Jishu and Wen Keshing. Wen Keshing has ties to the Ghost Valley, because he's the chief of it. And Zhou Jishu has ties to the Window of Heaven. And then you have the Five Lakes Alliance. The Five Lakes Alliance want to destroy the Ghost Valley, and they're teaming up with the Sword Immortal. But then the Sword Immortal also knows Zhou Jishu in them. But then Wen Keshing has something against the Five Lakes Alliance. But then you have the Beggars Gang that's with the Broken Sword and possibly with Yu's clan and the Hua clan. And they have it against them because they're okay with the Ghost Valley. Wen Keshing's okay with the Ghost Valley. But then Window of Heaven is trying to possibly get out the Ghost Valley. But then you also have the Assassins over here. And the Assassins want to get out the Ghost Valley. But they also want to get out of Wen Keshing. But then also there's Changling over here, who's kind of on his own. He's tied to them, but also tied to them. And the assassins don't like him. There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of people that don't like each other. There's a lot of people forming secret alliances or public alliances with each other. Well, hell, then you have Sal Waining's sect and all this. It's a lot. It's a lot at once. And it's not bad, but it is a lot. I'm like, oh my God. So yeah, then he takes off. He's like, see y'all, peace out. So anyway, I do love Zhou Jishu's little hat when he goes to visit Changling. So they have this conversation, and Changling talks about how he feels obligated. He's like, but Gao Chong's trying to betroth me to his daughter. His daughter's a nice lady, but I'm going to feel really bad if all is said and done. I have to be like, bye, and then leave her. So he's like, what do I do? He's like, do I stay and uphold the betrothal that he's going to announce at the Five Lakes conference like freaking Sultan from Aladdin? He's like, I'm going to uphold that, or am I going to leave? Like, what do I do? And basically, Zhou Jishu's like, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. He's like, we'll figure things out when it's time to figure it out. But Zhou Jishu is like, why is he keeping Changling around during the hero conference? Like, he has the glazed armor. Why does he care about Changling still? I kind of think that part of it could be that Gao Chong thinks he might die in this upcoming battle, and he wants to secure his daughter has somebody to get engaged to rather than a man in a coma. But I don't know. I guess we'll figure it out. But at least we get some update on Changling and what's going on. But anyway, regardless, then we have the Low Mansion getting invaded. The tragic comic ghost. She gets brought out, which is a bad omen to have ghosts in broad daylight. She's so beautiful. I love that even when she has like two hairs out of place and like a little demure streak of blood and her nails and everything are great. And she's like, bitch, what? Like, she just is so good. I can't believe she's been kidnapped and is going to be brought to the Heroes Conference. And she has connections with Wing Keshing. So is Wing Keshing going to try to save her? Because they seem like they're the only besties in all of this. Well, the Alluring Ghost too, but it's wild, y'all. It's wild. I can't believe she's been taken hostage by them. I don't think the other ghosts care about her, but I think Wing Keshing cares about her. So anyway, I feel like I do like Ye Bai Yi. Ye Bai Yi is interesting as the Sword Immortal, the guy that eats all this food and everything. And Wing Keshing is instantly like, who's this eccentric man? He seems like fun. And Zhou Jishu is kind of cautious about him, which is very interesting compared to where this episode ends at. You have at first Wing Keshing excited and Zhou Jishu kind of nervous and on edge. And by the end of the episode, you have Zhou Jishu being like, okay, you knew my master. You're the Sword Immortal. You made my sword. Cool. And when Keshing's like, why are you touching my boo? Like, so that the contrast by the end of this is actually hilarious. I love it. But yeah, I like that basically the Sword Immortal dined and dashed. He just basically walked out and left, and they were like, you ate half our restaurant. And he's like, bye, bitch. Like, I thought it was hilarious. But in true old man that knows everything fashion, when Keshing's like, hey, I'll treat you, but he was trying to treat him with Zhou Jishu's money. And Bai Yi is like, oh no, I'm not going to be treated by this man. I'm not going to be treated by a dying man. And I was like, he just came out and said, he just basically outed that Zhou Jishu is actually dying. And Zhou Jishu was like, I didn't want you to say anything. And when Keshing's like, excuse me, what now? You were the one who asked for death. But even an angel must endure 5 symptoms before death. It's miserable. How can you, being a dying person, wander around in such a lively way? And when Keshing's like, what do you mean dying? I thought we said part of this was lies. What's going on? Like, the facial acting with these actors, I cannot overstate it every episode. I'm so enamored and in love with it. So yeah. But yeah, so he decides to dine and dash. And when Keshing's like, what? And then we immediately go to the rain. And the moment we go to the rain, I was like, shit. So Tianji was their kid that was killed by the wires. And he's like, why is there so much disaster? And then that's when she shows up. This whole scene in the rain. Can I tell you how obsessed I am with this rain scene between these two? We just found out they were former lovers. We just found this out, and this scene was incredible. Her with the paper fan in the rain, and then him shoving her aside with the fan coming out. Her like just soaked in the rain and letting like just washing away. Oh my God. Oh, I was just obsessed. She's so gorgeous. Sean Chow, yeah. And she's like, I am dead. Oh, and he just wants her to stop talking. I want him to just grab her and like just hug her. And he kind of does, and her robe's just being soaked. Oh, there was just such intimacy and just raw passion in this scene. Oh, it was gorgeous. I loved it so much. And him hugging her. And he's like, he almost like wants to strangle her, but he can't make himself do it because he still loves her. Oh, like he wants to strangle her, but he can't do it. I could watch this all day. Yeah. She's just, God, she's gorgeous. I'm like, dude. So yeah, I came to bear an obituary. So I want to hear exactly what she said again with this, because I was so obsessed. He's like, your kid's dead. How did my son die? And then he's like, did you kill him? And she's like, well, I wanted to. But unfortunately, I was too late. She was like, so no, I didn't kill your kid. And then she says, the chief of the Ghost Valley personally saw your son die. Okay, so at first I was like, so was it the Ghost Valley? But no, what she's saying is that she says that the chief, when Keshing, did find your son. He had been killed by the soul winding spell, which is the hanging ghost technique. So she's like, he saw it. The hanged ghost. So he's like, it was the Ghost Valley. And she's like, well, there's something you don't know. And that's that the Ghost Valley is back. They were trying to capture the hanged ghost who defected. So your son died under a ghost that has defected from us. So, she's saying, your enemy is my enemy. She's like, we're after a ghost that left us. That ghost that left us killed your son. So it's not really the Ghost Valley's fault, but whoever the hanged ghost was working with, it's their fault, aka the assassins. So I love that coming together. And now he knows a piece of the information. He knows it's not her fault or the Ghost Valley. It's a defect. And she's like, I just came to tell you about your son. I'm kind of rooting for them. Like, he loves her and she clearly loves him. The yearning in this scene is incredible. I'm just like, no matter how the world changes, he's like, you wouldn't harm me. Yeah. And I was like, I swear to the heavens. Oh, as long as you ask for it, I'll compensate you with everything. But she's like, bitch, I've just like imitated you and caused a ruckus. She's like, as much as I yearn for you, she's like, I'm still a part of your demise. She's like, oh, the angst, the yearning. Oh my God. And she's like, I just got to leave him. But she's like, I've died and I've cried. Why can I not let this man go? Which honestly, Wing Keshing's one to talk because he loves Jojishu, and I doubt he would want to let him go, just like she can't let you go as well. And she's like, I should have drunk from the water of oblivion so that I could wipe my memories away. Oh, I wish she could be with him. I really do. I wish she could be with that man. She clearly loves him. It makes me so sad. All of the angst. Meanwhile, we're playing Truth or Dare at the Good Luck Inn. And so when Keshing tries to ask about, why are you dying? What did that man mean by that? What is that all about? And again, Jojishu kind of answers the question. He's like, oh yeah, it's my fault. I self-inflicted this on myself. But it doesn't really give the answer about the nails. He kind of skirts around it because he doesn't want Wen Keqing knowing about the nails. And because I'm sure if Wen Keqing knows about the nails, he'll know how long he has left and he'll freak out. But he's like, I did it to myself. And Wen Keqing's like, why? And he's like, I can't tell you that unless you win again. And I'm like, you bitches just need to have a conversation and quit making it, contingent on strip poker or truth or dare. So then Zhou Jishu believes that he's got him in a corner. And he's got Lao Wen. And he's like, is your surname wrong? And he basically says what my theory was. That, he was mad at the Five Lakes Lions for causing Rongzhan's death. And he was avenging them. That was my theory too. So you replicated all the glazed armor. And you wanted to bring them punishment for their greed. That's what I thought. But nope. Apparently we both were wrong. And he's like, is this your question? And he's like, you just wanted to play this game to get me to ask this question rather than just asking it outright. And I was like, oh my God, quit being angsty boys with your misunderstandings. Let's stop. But Wen Keqing kind of gets mad about this, which is interesting to see him get mad. And he's like, why couldn't you just ask me? Would I not give you an answer? Which these two, they skirt around asking each other private matters of each other so much. But it's like Wen Keqing's like, you should have just asked. My surname is not wrong. I'm angry that I didn't get a chance to meet the guy with the surname of wrong. Otherwise, I would have killed him every time I saw him. So, Zhou Jishu's like, oh, that's not the answer I thought was going to happen. And he's like, and it's the middle of the night and we're not chatting or drinking. We're just provoking anger. I am glad that he leaves because he's like, I'm in a bad mood. I don't want to stick around and get worse. I don't want to say anything I don't mean. I don't want to say anything I don't mean to. So I'm just going to walk away because we're not drinking and chatting. We're just getting on each other's nerves. And I'm like, oh, which makes me sad. So now here's the thing though. By him saying that his surname is not wrong, that does not necessarily mean that he's not Rongzhan's son. He could be an illegitimate son, and he could be mad because Rongzhan didn't, take him under his wing or be with his mom or whatever. There's still the opportunity for that to be the case. We just don't know it fully. And Wen Keqing, that's clearly striking a nerve, and he doesn't want to talk about it, so... But I feel like once the Seven Nails comes out and Wen Keqing finds out, I feel like Wen Keqing is going to reciprocate finding out that information by telling Zhou Jishu what actually is going on. I feel like that's going to happen, but it's just got to take a minute for it to happen. So I feel like eventually we're going to find out the truth. It's just going to take a while, but I was in the same boat as Zhou Jishu. He's like, did I guess incorrectly? How else could it be explained? That's the question. But then Yi Baiyi's like, come with me. I figured out a way to... He waited till Wen Keqing was gone, by the way. Before luring him out to tell him that he found a way to cure his problems. And he wants to see the Seven Nails. And Zhou Jishu's like, my body is a temple. You don't get consent to touch me there. Which, of course, by the end of the episode, Wen Keqing's like, excuse me, no. And then they just dance around in the moonlight, as one does. So I like the idea that we find out the Sword Immortal is, in fact, an old man that has created the swords. He knew Zhou Jishu's master. And I mainly made the sword that Zhou Jishu is holding and finally gets to look at it. I'm glad that he doesn't seem to be like a malevolent force. But the problem is with Wen Keqing, if he outs Wen Keqing as the ghost chief next episode and is like, hey, I was kind of tasked to kill you, so I don't know. But Yi Baiyi seems like a true neutral. Like, he really is just a neutral force that is not working for one specific cause. He doesn't really have an agenda. He's just like, I was summoned. What do you want of me? But he wants to help, He seems like just a neutral force. I don't know what to make of him yet. And now he's going to react to Wen Keqing next episode because, God knows, we had to leave on that stupid cliffhanger. He's like, I can't simply cause your death when treating you. So let me have a look at your wounds. But that's when whenever Keshing shows up, flips the arm, spins him around, and then goes and grabs Jojishu, I was like, oh my God. He's like, let me have a look at your injuries and I'll see how I can treat you. And then for Keshing to show up right at that moment, because of course Keshing feels like Ye Bai Yi is causing him harm and hurting him, God, that moment was so good. When he spun around, he knocked out so the one sleeve broke. It was like, is that a cut sleeve moment? Is that a cut sleeve reference in that moment? But yeah. And Keshing grabbing his waist and spinning him around towards him like they're sky dancers. Shut up. Shut up right now. Like, oh my God, these two together. Are you kidding me? And then he's like, no, stay away from my boo. Don't put a hand on him. What's going on? Why are you here? And there's lightning flashing. I'm like, why do we have to end it there? Shit's about to go down next episode and I'm not ready for that. I really thought we'd be to this Heroes Alliance conference a long time ago. But we're not. So whatever. Y'all. This episode was amazing. And I loved it. And I'm just so enamored by all of these characters. But I can't believe I have to wait now because this cliffhanger was a nightmare. So thanks. Anyway. So I'm excited to hear your thoughts down below. But hopefully by next week, my voice will be 100% back. But I am so excited about this episode. I can't wait to talk to y'all about it in the comments down below. I hope y'all have a wonderful week. Please stay safe. Take care. I'm going to rewatch this episode because it's amazing. And I'll see you all next week with more Word of Honor. Bye.